Right. So let's go over the evidence first of all.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but
Yes.
it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Okay, so he's claiming to be something to do with intelligence, Republic intelligence, turning Alessa into a double agent. Okay. It was a hero's cross that was found at the scene. His hero's cross. He claims there's a lack of forensic evidence at the scene. How would he know that? I don't know. And it's mentioned about shaking hands. He's got shaking hands and he's got obviously weak, can't walk properly. Whether that will factor into something I don't know, but asking if seeing if there's any ideas where I should look. Not because I'm asking for help, but merely I want to gauge his reaction.
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offloaders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Okay, and just confirming a few things before we leave.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Thank you.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial.
Yes,
Once
lots
you've
of
got
paperwork.
enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
I don't know. I don't like his attitude. I think he's done it. First impressions and all that, Valdarun thinks, it's a bit shady. I don't like how insistent he is as well, you know? Interesting. So he claims he's been set up to take the fall for Alessa's murder. Tried to turn her into double agent for the Republic, and it's most likely that the Sith killed her as a result. I don't know what seems more obvious. Right, well I think the next part of call is to speak with the witnesses, so come on. Let's go and do that. And after we've spoken with them, I think we might actually head to the Sith embassy to try and bring it all together. Try to find some evidence about Sunry. Try to rescue those captured Cellcath and obtain the data module for the ambassador of the Republic. And that should bring us hopefully together nicely on our ultimate quest. Alright, so we need to head to the East Central, is that right? No, let me get my bearings. I'm trying to go to the hotel. The hotel is in East Central. Yes, it is. It was opposite the Republic's embassy. Always handy when running about town. Bit of burst of speed. Although poor HK isn't really adept in such quickened pace. And we're off again, and down we go, 100-meter sprint, hooray! Usain Bolt, eat your heart out, Valdarun Bane. Alright, down here, I think. Yes. So we'll start with the hotelier, Ignis.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Indeed you do. Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Okay, so an hour or two later, Sunry arrived, and a couple of hours after that, the shot. And then Sunry came running out. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Okay, I won't ask that, it's a leading question. It's a no-no. Open questions, you know? Let's do things by the book here.
What do you want to know?
Right. So what exactly do you know about the Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Okay, so who are the witnesses that we have in the hotel?
There were only two other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
No more questions for now, thank you.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You stay right there, buddy. Thanks so much. Right, okay. So the pictures are slowly coming together. So we know that Alessa rents a room every week or so, on a regular basis. Our friend would come by and stay the night, a couple of hours after she rented the room. This appeared to be no different. She rented a room, he came a couple of hours later, and a couple of hours after he arrived, a blaster shot, and Ignis says Sunry ran off after the shot. Pretty damning, eh? So far I'm having a hard time disproving the story, because there seems to be no holes that I can see thus far. Right, let's see if we can speak with these witnesses. Starting with Firith Me, the Pazak player.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
Oh, less of your lip, buddy. I'm an arbiter here. You will show the necessary respect. What did you see on the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Alassa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
glue paw in the hall. And Sunry running away. Okay. That was about a minute or so after the shot. Okay. And what do you know about Sunry and Elassa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elassa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
What do you mean? You mean he was having a relationship with this Elassa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master? Do you know who he is?
Well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Excuse me? This doesn't call for any of your regular persuade, this calls for force persuade. I need answers! You know you want to tell me.
You know, I think I could trust you.
Of course you can.
I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her.
Oh,
accidentally, of course.
You creep.
And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Okay. So, she was a Dark Jedi?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Cloak fell open to reveal that she was carrying a lightsaber, the mark of a Jedi. It would seem that Elassa may have been a Dark Jedi allied with the Sith. Yes. So obviously we need to go speak with his wife again, because there's now rumours of the fact that he was probably cheating, or possibly cheating on her. So we need to speak to her again. Okay, right, moving on then. Speaking with Glue-Paw. If I can get out of this room. Guys, care to move?
Ready.
Ready.
What?
Thank you.
Chiki kun salkap, Jona mulira tong glupor kimba no kun nek lorcha.
Alright. I have questions about the murder of Elassa.
Glupor tong hit wanaji salkat agi inko tune glupor mulira chuna mulira tong glupor pipa non kun nek sit abog.
Well, I'm asking more questions. Comprende? Sith Lady's room. What about her room?
Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wangki yuma bat malyaw no wish. Glupor no una pata.
You went into her room?
Mulira kong king.
Tell me, who paid you, and for what?
Glupor chang wapa chingo shangwi chama ucha wishun kung. Glupor tong itwamachi. Glupor tang abag shang glupor non pitesa. Yun patisa. Glupor chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Glupor nibo jimatawi puna.
Oh, so Sith played Glue-Paw to plant the medal.
Glupor ka chopa bogra shang.
Just want to check that we can't ask him any more questions about the murder.
Glupor.
Nope. Okay. So that's probably the damning piece of evidence we're going to get from this guy, the fact that he planted the medal.
Tong itwamaji. Looper wanga kunbis tung about
Okay, yeah, he's not asking any more questions. Alright, I'll just double check that this guy hasn't got anything else to say.
You again. I was in my room, minding my own business. Being still alive. You can't tell me that someone who was...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice footlock you got here. I think I'll take this as compensation. Confiscated as evidence, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. This is evidence! Could have something on it that may incriminate somebody. Alright, oops, mysterious man. He wasn't there before. Probably taking offense at my investigation. Well, or maybe he's going to beat me up. Maybe he's that pig swoop racer's henchman.
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Well, I figured that much, my friend. Why are you telling me this?
Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so. Valdarun stumped now.
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
And you think they just hand it over, just like that? I doubt it.
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.